Good mystery and puzzling stories are loved by all, but not all mysteries and puzzles are solved. Some cases remain unsolved even after years and years of investigations. These cases never have a satisfying ending. Hi there, welcome back to my channel Knowledge Noir, and in today's video let us know about top 5 unsolved police cases that are still left without a conclusion. In 1947, the chilling tale of the Ourang Medan emerged in the treacherous waters of the Malacca Strait, straddling Sumatra and Malaysia. A distress call echoed across the waves. All officers, including the captain, are dead, lying in the chart room and the bridge. Possibly the whole crew is dead. Following this cryptic message were indecipherable Morse code signals, concluding with a haunting "I die." Responding to the plea, the American vessel Silver Star arrived at the scene, but an eerie emptiness pervaded the Ourang Medan. They ventured aboard to confront the gruesome scene. Lifeless Dutch crew members lay scattered across the deck, their faces etched with terror. Even the ship's dog met a gruesome end, its expression twisted in agony. The captain's body occupied the bridge, while the communication officer remained at his post, frozen in death and fingers on the telegraph. As they descended to the boiler deck, an unsettling chill gripped them, despite the sweltering conditions. Opting to tow the Ourang Medan to the port, they soon encountered a harrowing turn of events. Smoke billowed from the ship as they secured the tow line, followed by a cataclysmic explosion, sending it to a watery grave carrying its secrets to the depths. What malevolent force had gripped the crew? Some attributed to the paranormal, perhaps ghostly pirates or extraterrestrial intervention. Others, however, proposed more rational explanations. Theories circulated that the Dutch ship secretly transported hazardous cargo like potassium cyanide and nitroglycerin. Interaction with seawater might have triggered the release of toxic gases, claiming their crew's lives. Later, the nitroglycerin could have caused the catastrophic explosion. Alternatively, issues in the boiling room might have led to carbon monoxide poisoning and an uncontrolled fire, ultimately dooming the ship. What remains most concerning is the absence of any official records documenting the Silver Star's existence. Was the SS Ourang Medan real, or had it become a legend among sailors, forever shrouded in mystery? Number 4. The Boy in the Box. In the year 1957, within the city of Philadelphia, a somber discovery unfolded when a hunter stumbled upon the lifeless and bruised body of a young boy concealed within a J.C. Penney box. This innocent child, aged approximately 4 to 6 years, was found unclothed and wrapped in a flannel, the fatal outcome of apparent head injuries. Struck with fear of losing his musket traps to police scrutiny, the hunter chose not to report this grim finding. It was only 2 days later that a college student found and reported the lifeless boy, prompted law enforcement to initiate an investigation into the enigmatic case of America's unknown child. Almost instantly, the media's attention was captivated and posters bearing the boy's likeness began to dot the landscape of Pennsylvania. Despite an inundation of thousands of tips and leads, the authorities were never able to uncover the identity of the young boy. Exhaustive efforts were made, including attempts to trace the origin of the J.C. Penney box and examination of the boy's fingerprints, all of which ended in dead ends. However, 2 particularly noteworthy leads emerged from the shadows. One of those leads pointed to a foster home situated just 1.5 miles away. A dedicated medical examiner who tirelessly pursued this perplexing case until his demise was guided by a psychic to the foster home. There he discovered a bassinet strikingly similar to the one sold with the box. Hanging on a clothesline were blankets resembling the one that had shrouded the ill-fated boy. He believed the boy belonged to the stepdaughter of the man who ran from the home, and she didn't want to be found as an unwed mother. Police interviewed the couple but closed the investigation. In the year 2003, the case was revisited when an interviewee, identified as M, emerged, asserting that her abusive mother had procured the child back in 1954 and subsequently, in a fit of rage, ended the young boy's life. Owing to M's mental instability, the inquiry was closed once again, leaving the boy forever shrouded in mystery as America's unknown child. Number 3. The Tamam Shud case. On the morning of December 1, 1948, a mysterious discovery unfolded along the shores of Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. Perched on the sands lay a man's lifeless body, remarkably preserved, devoid of any apparent injuries. He was well dressed, although all the labels on his clothes were missing. In his pocket was a train ticket to Henley Beach, never to be used. It would be a month later when they would find a suitcase linked to him at Adelaide Railroad Station. Its label was removed, as well as those on the articles of clothing inside it. Unfortunately, it led to no clues, just like his autopsy, which reported no foreign substances in his body that could directly link his death to poisoning. A month later, they would find the most substantial but puzzling evidence in a secret pocket in the man's trousers. It read Tamam Shud. Public library experts were summoned to decipher the phrase, eventually concluding that it meant ended or finished. This phrase was traced back to a collection of verses within the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Promptly, the authorities initiated a nationwide search for the book from which the torn scrap of paper had originated. A witness came forward asserting that he had discovered the book in the backseat of his unlocked car a week or two prior to the discovery of the body. The book bore an additional mystifying feature, a pencil-scrawled code on its back cover. A phone number was also unearthed within, linking to a nurse who, when questioned, claimed to have gifted the copy of the Rubaiyat to an army officer named Alfred Boxall. Curiously, both the man who stumbled upon the book and the nurse vehemently denied any connection with the unidentified deceased. The case reached a dead end, leaving investigators to speculate about the man's demise. Some contemplated the possibility that the man might have taken his own life given the thematic resonance of the book, emphasizing a life without regrets. Others speculated espionage. As time passed without any breakthroughs, the man's grave would continue to bear the haunting inscription, "Here lies the unknown man who was found at Somerton Beach on 1st December 1948. If you are liking this video so far, please consider subscribing to the channel and like this video. Now back to the video. Number 2. The Tara Calico case. On the morning of September 28, 1988, under the clear skies of Belen, New Mexico, the day beaconed for a leisurely bike ride. Tara Calico decided to borrow her mother's pink bicycle for a ride. An extroverted and active young woman, Tara held a job as a bank teller and was concurrently pursuing studies with aspirations of becoming either a psychologist or psychiatrist. She planned to play tennis that afternoon and asked her mom to drive out after her in case she got a flat tire and didn't return home by noon. However, she never returned. Every lead in the search for her seemed to lead to a frustrating dead end, until a year later when a photograph surfaced, portraying a young woman resembling her age and a missing boy, both gagged. The Polaroid photograph was discovered in a Florida parking lot, right outside a junior food store. The missing boy, Michael Henley, aged 9, had disappeared in the same vicinity as Tara Calico back in April 1988 while out turkey hunting with his father. In the photograph, they appeared to be in the back of a van, alongside a book written by V.C. Andrews, Tara's favorite author, placed right beside the young woman. Initially, Tara's mother was uncertain if the girl in the picture was her daughter, but the presence of an identical scar on the young woman prompted a re-evaluation. Nevertheless, owing to a lack of conclusive evidence, numerous experts dismissed the photograph's significance. Tragically, in 1990, the discovery of Michael Henley's lifeless body in the Zuni Mountains, where he had been hunting, seemed to cast doubt on the theory that both he and Tara were abducted and taken to Florida. Tara Calico's parents would eventually pass away without ever uncovering the truth about their daughter's disappearance, leaving a haunting mystery that endured through the years. Number 1. The Zodiac Killer. The infamous Zodiac Killer, active from 1968 to 1969 in San Francisco, defied the norm of secrecy associated with crimes. He committed at least 5 murders, although he claimed to have taken 37 lives, making his presence known through taunting actions. It all began when he shot Betty Lou Jansen, 16, and David Arthur Faraday, 17, outside their car. Jansen succumbed to 5 gunshot wounds while Faraday died later. Months later, another couple fell victim to his gun, with 1 killed and 1 injured. The survivor, Michael McGew, described the killer as a heavy-set white man around 5 foot 8 inches. At 12:48 a.m. on the same night, he called the police to report a double murder. He also admitted to the previous year's killings and provided all the gruesome details. A month later, he sent his first letter to newspapers demanding front-page publication. His letters were filled with mysterious ciphers and signed with a cross-circle symbol. One letter, decoded by a high school teacher and his wife, revealed his disturbing motivation. He enjoyed killing people more than hunting wild game because he believed humans were the most dangerous prey. He envisioned an afterlife where his victims would be his slaves. Despite the frustrating evidence he left, such as coded letters, anonymous calls, and marked victims' cars, the Zodiac Killer remained elusive, eluding capture by the police. That's gonna do it for today. If you liked today's video, please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification to receive all future updates. I hope to meet you in the next one. Thanks for watching.